So the city, it's called Pombal. So I went coast, desert, coast, and now I'm going back to desert. And it was called Pombal, and this area was brand new. They only had like 3 missionaries beforehand that went there. And we met at a schoolhouse in a little pavilion, and it was just brand new. We would actually, when I first got there, we would have to travel an hour to get to Pombal. And so we would stay with missionaries in a neighboring city about an hour away, and every day we had to take a bus an hour there and then catch a bus and come back. And then we finally, after a couple months, we were able to be enough established that we were able to just rent an apartment there, and that became a permanent new area. And it's, if you ever get the chance to, not necessarily open up an area, which would also it'd be about the same, but just be able to go into a city where nobody knows who you are. The church gets a good reputation and a bad reputation once you go into a place. People start spreading lies, and it becomes a lot harder to get into people's houses and share the gospel. The longer the church is established in that area. And so Pombal is just, everybody was just like, who is this? I was there with a companion he's from Lehi, Utah, but he's Chinese. And so it was just this redhead, white kid walking around, and then this Chinese guy, and everybody in this like little tiny city in Brazil in the middle of nowhere was like, who are these guys? It was so cool, the most warm and receptive place of the entire mission for me at that time. A couple experiences was, it was just building the church. It was just so fun to watch, sacrament meeting go from, just a few dozen people to more dozens of people, and then eventually we were able to go from the schoolhouse pavilion to renting a place, remodeling it for a church. And another fun little thing that we did was the people there, like the ward or the branch there, that we just got so close with every single person there that everybody was our best friend. We loved every single person. It's like, I don't want to sound cheesy and cliche, but like I felt like that branch was my family in Brazil. I even to this day, there's a lady I still stay in contact with, and I call her my Brazilian mom, And so what we wanted to do was, there's 2 parts to this. The majority of the reason that we wanted to do this was we wanted to give a little back. We didn't know how. We were missionaries, we gave them all of our time and service. We just wanted to leave them with a picture, I guess. I don't know. But the second was we wanted to do something memorable, and it was a little, I don't know. So I'll let you decide if this was, us wanting to just, say thank you and give them something nice, or if we wanted to leave our footprint there. But so me and my Chinese companion, who was American, we were both there for 3 months, and they hadn't had a missionary, or for 3 transfers, and they hadn't had missionaries there for longer than a transfer or 2 before we got there. And so they knew us really well, we knew them really well. And so right before my Chinese companion, who's American, went home, what we decided to do was go around and take a family picture with their whole family and then us. And then what we did was we took about 20 or 30 of those, and then we printed them off, and we printed them big size. We bought these frames. It kind of got a little pricey. And then we would write personalized messages on the back of all the photos. And then we would go around. It was Elder Lou, my Chinese companion, who's American, and we would go around to all these families and give them the picture, the framed picture that they could put up on, in their family room or whatever. And we thought most people would just kind of like, oh, thanks, this is so nice, and put it under the bed or something. But actually, I think almost all of them, if not all of them, actually ended up putting it up, and it was really fun to see that. But a couple of years later, I was home. I was just in line at BYU to pay my tuition or something, and I hear some Portuguese behind me. And so I turn around, and I'm like, Portuguese? And they start talking. And then I realized one of the girls there actually served in my mission, and she actually served in Pombal 2 years after me. And she was like, wait, I know you. I was like, what? She's like, "Are you Elder Kittel?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, you and Elder Lou are in every single home of the members there, and you all have pictures there." I was like, "Yes!" So, which kind of caters to the other one that, we left our footprint. It was just, something nice we wanted to leave them, but it was, I don't know, it was fun. So, but mostly what I share that fun story was, one, it was fun, but then the second one is if you do get the chance to work in a tiny, small branch that you might, there's a lot of challenges that come with it. You basically run the ward at first if it's a brand new area, but it's well worth it because of the relationships that you make while you're there, and the connections and how much people are willing to help and listen to you. So.